Hi everybody, I'm James and I'm Clinical Team Lead here at Workplace Options. We're here today to talk about stress and what stress is and how we can deal with stress and how we can identify stress in the workplace. Stress itself has become a pervasive aspect of modern life, no doubt. It is a natural response to challenging situations and a part of our daily experience. However, when stress becomes chronic or when it becomes overwhelming, it can have a detrimental impact on our physical, mental and emotional well-being. Before we get into this, I just want to talk a little bit around stress versus burnout and some of the differences between the two, because these are both terms used to describe negative reactions to prolonged or excessive pressure or demand. However, while they do share similarities, there are differences in several ways. Stress, for example, as we've said, is a natural response to a challenging situation. This could be a tight deadline in the workplace, it could be a heavy workload, or it could be any difficult task. It is a temporary state of arousal that triggers the body's fight or flight response and helps us respond to the challenge at hand. However, when stress becomes chronic or when it becomes prolonged, it can lead to physical and emotional symptoms such as headaches, fatigue, irritability, and difficulty concentrating. Burnout, on the other hand, is more severe and long-lasting. It's a state of exhaustion, a state of disengagement. It's a chronic condition that develops gradually over time and is typically associated with work-related stress. So there is a crossover here, but burnout relates to the workplace. Burnout is characterised by feelings of emotional exhaustion, depersonalisation, and a reduced sense of personal accomplishment. It can lead to physical symptoms such as chronic fatigue, insomnia, headaches, and other mental health issues such as depression, anxiety, and substance abuse. So to summarise, stress is a temporary state of arousal in response to a challenging situation or demand. Burnout is a chronic state of exhaustion and disengagement that develops gradually over time. Stress, however, can be managed through different ways, which we will explore shortly. Stress is a natural occurrence in the body. It's a natural response to that perceived threat that we've discussed. When we come across a situation that we interpret as stressful, our brain releases stress hormones such as cortisol or adrenaline, which prepare the body to respond. Now, this is commonly referred to as the fight or flight response. There are many different factors in this, different factors of causation. Some of the most common stresses include work-related pressures, financial difficulties, relationships issues, health problems, many external stresses. It could be traffic, it could be noise pollution. All of these things are contributing factors to levels of stress. Additionally, our internal thought processes and beliefs can contribute to our experience of stress. For example, negative self-talk or unrealistic expectations, which can cause stress. So how do we know and what are the signs of stress? Well, it can manifest itself in various ways, physically and emotionally. Some common physical symptoms of stress include headaches, muscle tension, fatigue, gastrointestinal issues. Emotionally, it could be anxiety, irritability, mood swings, or difficulty concentrating. Chronic stress can also contribute to more serious health issues such as high blood pressure, heart disease, depression, and down the line things like fibromyalgia. It's really important to note that everybody experiences stress differently. There are individual differences in how we experience our stress. There's no right and there's no wrong way to experience stress. However, if we're consistently experiencing symptoms of stress that are impacting on our quality of life, it may be helpful to seek support from a mental health professional or other healthcare provider. So what techniques can we use to manage stress? Well, there are many different techniques that we can use to manage stress levels, and some of the most effective ones centre around certain techniques such as mindfulness. And mindfulness involves being present in the moment and non-judgmentally sort of observing our thoughts and emotions. And this can help to reduce stress by reducing anxiety and promoting relaxation. Exercise. Regular exercise can help to reduce stress by releasing endorphins, improving our mood, and reducing muscle tension. Managing our time. Effective time management can help to reduce stress by helping us prioritise, set realistic goals, and avoid feeling overwhelmed. Social supports. Having a really strong support network of friends, family, co-workers, whoever it is, can help us to reduce stress by providing emotional support and a sense of community. And relaxation techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, progressive muscle relaxation, all of these can help to reduce stress by promoting relaxation and reducing muscle tension. So can a person effectively prevent stress? How do we get ahead of that curve before the overspill? Well, while it may not be possible to completely eliminate stress from our lives, there are steps that we can take to prevent stress from becoming overwhelming. Some effective strategies for preventing stress include prioritising self-care. Taking care of ourselves is an important part of preventing stress. This may include getting enough sleep, eating a healthy diet, and engaging in regular exercise. So before we get to those things, we need to give ourselves the time to do this. And that is essentially a self-compassionate act. We need to set some realistic goals. Setting goals that are achievable and realistic can help to reduce stress by avoiding feelings of failure or overwhelm. One step at a time, one goal at a time, rather than dealing with the whole snowball. Building resilience refers to the ability to adapt to challenging situations and bounce back from adversity. Building resilience can really help to reduce the impact of stress on our lives. And we can do that through a variety of different means. We can also try and create a positive mindset. And cultivating a positive mindset can help to reduce stress by reducing or combating negative self-talk and promoting optimism and hope. Now that's not faking it to make it, but maybe we need a helping hand to leverage some of the things that are going right and bring those to the forefront of our minds. And seek support. If you're experiencing those high levels of stress, it may be helpful to seek formal professional support or other healthcare support if we need that. So stress may be an inevitable part of life, but when it comes to the workplace, it can have a significant impact on both the employee's well-being and the company's bottom line. Stress can manifest in various ways in the workplace, some of the ways that we've mentioned above. And as an employer, it is essential to recognise and respond to stress effectively in order to maintain a healthy and productive workforce. The last thing we need is a demoralised workforce. So, here are some ideas for recognising and responding to stress in the workplace. The first step is always going to be that recognition. And whilst some employees may openly express the stress levels, others may not. So therefore it's essential to look out for signs such as changes in behaviour, low productivity, increased absenteeism, reduced quality of work. Other signs of stress may include physical symptoms, headaches, fatigue, muscle tension, absences across time. That may be part of recognising. So it's getting to know who's on the workforce here, getting to know the individual differences and getting to know how we respond to that. Once we've recognised, it's time to respond. So once we've recognised that somebody is stressed, it is essential to respond effectively. And in order to do that, we need to create a safe environment. It's really essential to create a work environment that promotes safety and encourages employees to speak up about their stress levels. Encourage that communication. If we encourage communication around stress, around mental health, and provide the opportunity to do so, such as suggestion boxes, drop-in chats, anonymous feedback systems, etc., then we are encouraging a collective voice. Offer some support by providing resources such as employee assistance programs, counselling referrals or coaching to help employees manage the stress levels. And encourage self-care. Really encourage employees to engage in self-care activities such as taking breaks, practicing that mindfulness, or engaging in physical activity. Offer reward for doing so. And lead by example. As a leader, it's important that we model healthy behaviours and set the tone for a healthy work environment. Encourage employees to take breaks, prioritise mental health, but more so encourage autonomy over doing this. It's really, really important. And of course, in the prevention of stress, we won't see the end result, we won't see the overspill. And so it will be hard to tell if we're actually preventing stress because we won't get to that place. But that's the ideal. And it's getting to know our individual differences and getting to know how we respond, how we carry our stress, that's really important. It's all about helping each other. Thanks very much.